Shalom, friends. I would like to share something about faith which I learned today as I was driving. In the past, I used to hear some preachers, some teachers mentioning that faith is a risk. To me, it is extremely concerning if faith is a risk. It means that we do not know the outcome and we are just taking a risk. If faith is really a risk and we are taking a risk with our actions, so it means that the God that we worship is very risky as well. So does that mean that we do not know the God that we worship? There is something in Psalm 16 that says like this: my soul and my heart explode with joy. Even my body will rest confident and secure. For you will not abandon me to the realm of death, nor will you allow your holy or faithful one to experience corruption. And then in Psalm 23, it says that although I walk through the valley of the shadow of darkness, fear will never conquer me, for you already have. So, to me, both of the Psalms are talking about faith, and it is not about a risk. So, the faith is like more of knowing exactly of who the God that we worship, and knowing how faithful and reliable He is, knowing how good He is, knowing that He will come through for us, knowing that He is extremely trustworthy, dependable, and what He has promised, He will make good. And it's been mentioned since the Old Testament that God is not a man that he should lie, or the Son of Man that he should change his mind. So, if God that we worship is so dependable, reliable, so to me, faith is not really a risk. So continuing from Psalm 16, this knowing that God is reliable, trustworthy, and dependable, it makes us so full of joy, and our hearts and our soul explode with joy, full of glory. And even in our rest, our body can rest so confident and secure at night, like a baby. We sleep exactly like a baby. We sleep in confidence, knowing that God is so trustworthy and reliable. Now, if faith is really a risk, do you think you can sleep that well? In other parts of the Bible, it mentions that faith is of the heart. So this knowing is not the knowing within our head, but it is more of the heart. The knowing in the heart. You know that you know. And God is pleased with faith, because faith is built on relationship. So So faith is not really a risk. Risk means that you do not know whom you are worshiping, and that's very scary. And I guess that's how many of us, including me myself in the past, I treated God like a ATM. So I expected something when I do something. So it's not really a faith. That's more like a machine, not even a relationship. And that's when things get messed up, when the ATM did not really dispense the money after we input something, simply because God is not an ATM, He's not a machine. He is a person that is so reliable, trustworthy, dependable, faithful. It is close to impossible to find someone or a person on earth like that. No one. No one can close to God. Now, even the best person that I know is not even close to God. I'm not too sure about you. So therefore, since the beginning, God has already called us to Himself. Why? It is simply to have that experience with Him, and some call it experiential knowledge. So we don't just have knowledge in our head, but we have that kind of experience with Him, and that experience is really written in our heart, and that builds on relationship and faith. So faith is really knowing that God is trustworthy, reliable, dependable, and faithful. It is in your heart, not just on your head.